Okay, I finally figured out how to utilize a skill that I taught myself, which is to count binary on my hand. And I'm going to very quickly explain how I can use my counting binary on my hand to remember file permissions. So right here, this table explains and maps binary numbers to the particular file mode. And I'm just going to very briefly kind of walk through some of these and explain as I go. So, okay, just real quick, I'm going to count all the way to 7 on my hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? You can see that whenever we get to 7, all 3 of my fingers are up. The cool thing is my fingers actually correspond like positionally to read, write permissions, and execute permissions. I'm not going to explain those because I'm not going to. Anyways, so read, write, execute. So now I can just cover that up and I can think to myself, okay, if I set a particular file's permission, its user permission, its group permission, or its world permission to 1, that file can be executed only, but it cannot be read and it cannot be written to. If I set it to 2, then I cannot read it, I can write to it, which is kind of interesting, but I cannot execute it. So 1, 2, 3, I can execute it and I can write to it, but I cannot read it. 1, 2, 3, 4, I can read it, but I can't write to it, nor can I execute it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can execute it and I can read it, but I cannot write to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can, this is pretty standard, read and write. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can do all of the things. I can read it, I can write to it, and I can execute it. Anyways, yeah, I'm pretty excited about this because I spent some effort memorizing and using some mnemonics in order to get this in my head and be able to pretty quickly, figure out okay, well, what number is represented on my hand. Yeah. Sweet. Finally found a use.